Hello guys, NautoAis here, and I want to give my thoughts on the lineup announcement for EVO 2025 that's going to be happening in Las Vegas. If you follow the story, the elephant in the room, yes, unfortunately somebody at EVO accidentally leaked the main lineup, all 8 games. But surprisingly, there was actually more in the announcement. So you gotta give kudos to EVO to rig the Hado. You gotta give props to a lot of changes. And perhaps he is listening to the fans that people want to be entertained watching EVO, because there are some changes that an improvement to some extent. There are some that I guess, whether you like it or not, there was some compromise. So changing again with the business structure, it is what it is. I'll explain that later. So first of all, yes, what you're looking here now is the lineup for EVO 2025. Yes, only 2 games are new and the others are the same as in the past. But of course, like I said, there are surprises. Before I continue, first of all, the announcement. So first of all, EVO once again going to be top 8. So if you notice this kid, they were doing 8. That's a key number. 8 this, 8 that, 18, 8, 809 or whatever. They were doing some skin of 8. And people didn't really understand. Because I didn't even understand what 8 is. So what? So 8 games, that makes sense, right? 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 Pacific. It didn't really make sense until later when Rick basically said, yes, we are going back to top 8. Because again, like I said before, it makes sense in the perspective of business. But if you are in the perspective of the casual, the viewer that want to be entertained and they're putting their time, top 6 is really fast and a lot of people don't like that. For me, like I said, it doesn't really matter because it just makes sense, fast, like a snap. But a lot of people did say that top 6 is bad. So I guess he's going to try top 8, see what's going to happen. Just keep in mind, with top 8, the matches could get longer. They're going to go overtime. And if you're watching this in a different country that has, like, you're trying to watch, like, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, you know what happens. And like I said before, there was a story when I was watching top 8 for Dragon Fighter because I wanted to see the announcement. I stayed up until 3 a.m. and I mean Pacific time. So just think about that. But again, it is what it is. So we'll just have to wait and see with the top 8. When it comes with the structure, they are going to readjust a bit because if you know the controversy last year, because when you pay the ticket, it's supposed to be all in one. Unfortunately, this time around with Grand Finals, they're going to have a different arena. So that means different tickets. So they had to go back for that one because if you didn't know what happened was the arena was smaller than before and a lot of people complained like there were some that couldn't get in. They paid for it. So hopefully they did get a refund. From what I heard from James that Rick did give a lot of people a refund. And there were even some screw up that somebody paid, they got the seat, they had to leave to take a piss, and then all of a sudden, you can't come back. That's kind of messed up to some extent, but again, for Marshall, like I said before, that they had to call them. So unfortunately, I think the facility is still going to be the same as last year, but when it comes to the grand final, we are going back to a different building, a bigger arena for grand final Sunday, but since it's a different building, different facility, then that means you got to pay a different ticket there. Other surprises is, yes, they really want to promote this. I mean, hey, Max is very influential with the FGC. It is what it is. Yes, he did announce also that Max and the Yo video game crew are coming for EVO 2025. And according to Max, he's also going to do some improvement. Just have to wait and see. Again, it's not going to be until August, like I said before. Other improvement is, from what I understand, is other events, just like last year, just adding more. And of course, so there you go. That's what EVO 2025 is. Of course, they did talk about EVO Japan. Of course, here's the list for it. Don't really follow that much, but of course, one of the main game is Virtua Fighter 5 Revo. There you go. But again, I mean, it is what it is. EVO Japan. That's going to be on May 9th to 11th. And of course, October 2025 is going to be EVO France. And then, of course, if you heard before, the EVO Award. So they did mention that there will be an EVO Award. It's going to be on February 15th. And that's a Saturday. And they're going to announce a lot of stuff there. Plus, and I'll explain that, there will be a tournament there, but I'll explain that later because it's going to relate to the lineup there. So yeah, so in February it's going to be EVO Award. May is going to be EVO Japan. August is EVO 2025, and then October is going to be EVO France. So now, with that said, the lineup. First of all, Street Fighter 6, no surprise, of course. With Season 2, of course, coming this February is Mai, and then probably May or June is going to be Alina. And then I wouldn't be surprised the Summer Game Fest or Summer Event, they're going to probably announce Season 3. But yeah, so by the time EVO, of course, comes around, all of the characters for Season 2 are tournament legal, and probably the first character for Season 3. I mean, it is what it is. We'll just have to wait and see. And then, of course, Tekken 8, no surprise. Of course, all 4 characters for Season 1 is already going to be tournament legal. And probably Anna is going to be the first character for Season 2 because of the trailer they saw. Of course, Clive Rothfield, Final Fantasy character that should be in Soul Calibur, but Soul Calibur is dead. That's a different story there. So a lot of those characters are going to be now tournament legal by the time it comes in. It is what it is. Popular game. I played it. You saw me playing it in my main channel and extended channel. I got it for half off. I know. And then the next one is another one that's returning. Guilty Gear Strive. So all the character, probably by the time August comes, all character for Season 4. Queen DZ, Venom, Unico, Anika, whatever this character's name from the anime. And of course, Lucy from Cyberpunk Edge Runner. And maybe they're going to announce Season 5 because this game is popular to some extent. But potato, some people like it, some people don't. But there you go, tournament legal characters. And then Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. I mean, it is what it is. Rollback, better game, more characters. And I think February 2025 there's going to be another characters coming in. I know they were like in their Season 2. I don't really keep up with the story with that one. I'd rather play the new Relink. And of course, I got it for Christmas. Thank you for my friends. I got it, like, they said they got it for 50% off. Cool. Got the deluxe one, apparently. But anyway, that's beside the point. Rather play that one than this game. I mean, it's fun. It is what it is. But anyway, yeah, probably more characters. Tournament legal there. Under Night Inbird, Celeste. Yeah, another game that I got for Christmas. Thank you, friend. And of course, one of the first characters already, tournament legal, is already out. Maybe the second character, I don't know who it is. I don't keep up with this one. Probably going to be tournament legal. And I think from what I understand, the third character is not going to come out until like fall of 2025. But I don't know. But again, yeah, why not? I mean, popular game. So the next one, if you follow me on Twitter, if you follow the news about this game, don't take it personal. Mortal Kombat 1. I don't know why they decided to put it in my personal opinion. It shouldn't be. I'd rather see either some other game, but okay, Mortal Kombat 1. Once again, I guess probably is going to be the second and final chance for this game because don't take it personal. Mortal Kombat 1 it's a boring game. It's boring. Ed Boon, the game's boring. A boring game. I'm not gonna lie, this game is so boring. Boring game. It's simplified than Mortal Kombat 11, yes. Overall, the game itself is just mediocre at best. It's not bad, it's playable, but it's just really boring. The character is boring, and of course, if you heard the news, supposedly there's supposed to be a Season 3 Combat Pack 3, but then they canceled it because Chaos Reign failed with no shit. It's too expensive. You got boring characters. You got characters that apparently people are political. I mean, okay, like I did give my opinion about it. Your guest characters, I mean, doesn't really make sense, but whatever. I mean, I'm telling you, at this point on, Warner Brother Games, just do Mortal Kombat versus DC or Midway versus Justice League or whatever. I mean, I talked about it before. I know they say they don't want it because Warner Brothers is boring. Just like Mortal Kombat 1. It's boring. It's a boring game. Yep, I'm sticking with that. Too bad. Don't take it personal. So anyway, with that said, of course, by the time it's out, characters, of course, for the Season 2, the Chaos Reign Pack is going to be tournament legal. Cyrax Sector, or should I say, Cyrecta, Sectoria, Noob Saibot. And of course, you got Ghostface, okay. Conan, that looks so janky. Reminds me of Tusk from Killer Instinct. And then T-1000. They're tournament legal, but It is what it is. I don't know what the future of this game. Apparently, to some extent, the game is dead. Because it's boring. It's a boring game. Anyway, moving from that one, it's so a new game. Fatal Fury, Sea of the Wolves, probably not enough time for people, but hey, people been wanting a new Fatal Fury game, Mark of the Wolf game. I don't even know what it is. I mean, they're canon. It is what it is. So, but anyway, kind of makes sense. I think it is EVO main stage worthy there. So, okay, we'll just wait and see. The game's going to come out in April 2025. Am I going to get it? Well, if it's cheap, we'll see. That's what I got cheap for King of Fighters 15. I got it for $20. So, it is what it is. So, this one, I knew because, of course, the league, but it makes sense of why they chose this one. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 New Age of Hero. On EVO 2020, it was supposed to be planned that was supposed to be one of the game, but like I said, they had to cancel it for, well, the pandemic. But of course, you got nasty shit people because they're shit, they're gross. So now they're gonna give it a second chance, and of course, my assumption is gonna be they're gonna be using the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. I played it online. It's not bad. I mean, I got a good connection. It is what it is. So we'll just have to wait and see what they're going to do with it. Or they're going to use that weird doohickey device for Street Fighter Third Strike. Since they complain about how the Anniversary Collection is shit. Hey, I'm just a casual gamer, just likes to watch fighting games
for fun.
But that's a different story there. So anyway, probably they're going to use that one. I mean, they can't really use Dreamcast because you have to find it. Can't do emulator because it's illegal. So my assumption, again, like I said, it's probably going to be that collection. And the collection is good. I can tell you that much. So if you're a fan of Marvel vs. Capcom series, you can get it. Right now, I think apparently once in a while is going for $40. I'm surprised. And even lower to $35. Just saying there. But I mean, I bought it for full price because I thought it's going to be like sold out. And of course, I'm just throwing another bone to Capcom to make them a new Marvel vs. Capcom game, but that's a different story there. So those are the lineup for the main game. With that said, of course, with Marvel vs. Capcom 2, like I said, that EVO Award, besides they're talking about the award, and also congrats to Tokido's going to be one of the Hall of Famer. There is going to be a tournament on that award show, and it's going to be the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Tournament of Power. So, yes, so they're trying to make up to what happened in 2020, so why not do it in 2025? So before the Grand EVO, there will be a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 tournament on the EVO War 2025. Plus, so the surprise that I didn't see that wasn't leaked, and that is another thing they introduced. So normally there would be a community tournament, side games that you can watch, the more obscure one and older one. But no, EVO actually gonna introduce the extended lineup. So yeah, so not only you have 8 main games, there will be more, probably sort of a side tournament to some extent, and they're gonna get medals according to the people in the presentation. So some of the games that they already showed was Rival of 8th Year. I think that's a Smash Brothers game since Smash Brothers is not gonna be EVO anymore because Nintendo's being pricked. Virtua Fighter 5 Revo makes sense. And personal, honest opinion, I'd rather have that game than Mortal Kombat 1 because Mortal Kombat 1 is boring. It's boring. And then King of Fighter 15, I mean, with Vice and Mature, Tournament Legal, I mean, they're kind of ending supporting that game. That's why they're moving to Fatal Fury. Backstory is that Oda did admit, he said that he can't really do multiple fighting games, so that's why he's focused on Fatal Fury. And of course, if you heard also that SNK created a fighting development studio called the King of Fighters Studio. I don't know what that is. I'm just going to guess it's going to be fighting games. Blaze Blue Central Fiction. So, surprisingly, it's not cross-tag battle. But of course, the game is fun, but it's too simple. And then Killer Instinct. And there will be more. And according to Rick, they will announce them on the EVO Award. So, there you go. The 8 games plus extended ones. So, what do I think about it? I think to some extent, this is like a safe lineup to some extent. Minus the boring game Mortal Kombat 1. But it is just the same as 2024. It is what it is. It's a business. It's entertainment. There's the majority of people probably like this lineup, including the boring game Mortal Kombat 1. But it is what it is there. So it kind of makes sense. Again, the big 3. Street Fighter, Guilty Gear Strive, and Tekken 8 makes sense. In the case with the SNK game, a lot of people did want Fatal Fury. And then Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising, I guess, give it a second chance to some extent. Under Night Ember is kind of weird one, but I guess it's more popular than Melty Blood or those other games. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 makes sense. You're celebrating the 25th anniversary. Again, kind of just makes sense in my opinion. Like they said, they're fixing out the complaint that people had by introducing extended lineup, so they're going to have more games. So maybe 2XK is going to be there too as well. We'll just have to wait and see. So you got to give props to Rick fixing out the problem and to some extent going back to the drawing board with some. But it is what it is. He got to do what he got to do. So we're going to wait and see what happened with the top 8. Let's see, it's going to be better than last year. So there you go. The lineup for EVO 2025, celebrating its 25th anniversary. It's going to be interesting. But the next one, like I said, is going to be in February, the EVO Award. And then at May, EVO Japan. And then the Grand Madden Super Bowl, EVO 2025. And then EVO France. So with that, I'll see you guys later.